Today is 30 teams in 30 days. If you're new to that series, welcome. It's not too late to like. It's not too late to subscribe. It's a fun channel. Join the community. Join the family. Throw comments. Whether you hate me, whether you love me, I don't care. I'm used to both. All right. Today is the Oklahoma City Thunder. What I'm gonna do is I'll describe it to you real quick. Let me rewind. I'm going to talk about the team's draft. I'm going to talk about the players they got. I'm going to grade it and evaluate it. I'm going to do the exact same thing with free agency. I'm then going to talk about their roster. I'm not going to talk about every damn player on the team. So if I don't mention that one Eurostash dude that you are just obsessed with, he's coming over this year. He's coming over this year. I'm sorry. It's 2014. The dude's not coming over. All right. He's 31. I'm going to talk about their roster, their rotation. I'm going to break it down a little bit. I'm going to talk about 3 questions that I have for this team for the upcoming season. Then I'm going to finish it off by an overall grade and an evaluation as to why I graded their offseason that way. Oklahoma City Thunder time. As you know, the Thunder have completely just embraced the rebuild mode. Sam Presti is Sam Hinkie on steroids. It must be a Sam thing. I don't know. They drafted Alexei Pokusevsky. Poku, all right? People call him Poku. He's like 7'1", and he weighs like 109 pounds. Like, not actually, but I wouldn't be surprised. He is the skinniest dude I have ever seen play in an NBA game. He was running around like a praying mantis in the preseason at the 17th pick. I kind of like him. I think he has a decent upside. I mean, he has a high upside, right? But it's just like there's a lot of work to be done for him to get there. Personally, I don't think he's going to see a lot of time right now in the NBA rotation, but I think he's a G League guy who could really produce. His position to me is weird. I think I see him as like a small forward, which is weird because I mean he's like 7'1", but he kind of plays like a guard. He shoots it really well. I mean, he played pretty well in the preseason. I can't knock the guy. I can't knock him. They took Teo Maledon, another international project, at 34. I think Maledon is more prepared to play NBA minutes this year, but I don't really know if he will see much of the floor. I'm expecting it probably just because the Thunder are not a good team, and they have nothing to lose by playing these guys some, but I like Teo Maledon. He was a high prospect before this year, but he just really didn't produce like LaMelo Ball did internationally. But regardless, I'm a fan of Maledon. I think he's a good facilitator, a good playmaker. Then they took a guy named Vit Krejci. I don't know. At 37, I don't know. This is probably one of those Eurostash dudes that you guys are going to be telling me he's coming over this year. Nah, this dude, I have no idea. I've never seen this man's name a day in my life. That being said, I think it's a lot of good upside picks. I think it's mostly G League talent, but you know, it's all right. I like the approach there. You know, they're shooting for the stars, and why not when you have 39 first-round picks? It's a B+ for me. Free agency, they traded for Al Horford. They traded for Al Horford. Like, Sam Presti picked the phone up and was like, yeah, I'll take Al Horford. All right. They traded for Al Horford, Ty Jerome, George Hill, TJ Leaf, and Trevor Ariza. They lost Chris Paul, Dennis Schroeder, Terrence Ferguson, Steven Adams, Danilo Gallinari, Nerlens Noel, Abdul Nader, Andre Roberson. They traded for Danny Green, then traded Danny Green for Al Horford. Oh, God. I think it's a good offseason, nonetheless. I gave it a good B. It's weird, man. I didn't think the Thunder were bad enough to just go on to like a crazy full-on rebuild, but at the same time, like, I respect the full-on rebuild. So it's like, I'll give it a B, a B+. I liked it, you know? I think only time will tell. But I think at the same time, dude, I think they have like 19 first-round picks, future first-round picks. Like, it's impossible for all those 19 picks not to pan out. Like, you're bound to get one of them. It's like the Sixers approach. Like, we had like 149 top 3 picks. Like, we drafted some Julie Locafors, don't get me wrong, but we also drafted a Ben Simmons and a Joel Embiid and a Markelle Fultz, who just got $50 million yesterday, by the way. Wow, they're just handing money out. now. They're like, yeah, you get 50 million, you get 50 million. I don't know. The Orlando Magic are like Oprah. Their roster right now is going to be SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the 1. My man, Lou Dort at the 2. Love Lou Dort. That dude's nasty. Trevor Ariza at the 3. Darius Bazley at the 4. And Al Horford at the 5. All right, keep it together, Greg. Their bench is looking like George Hill, Frank Jackson, Ty Jerome, Teo Maladon, Hamidou Diallo, Alexei Pokusevski, and Mike Muscala. That is the all-name team right there. That is the all-name team. I'm here for the announcers. I kind of like it. They're long. They're athletic. They can shoot. Lou Dort is the man, dude. He is such a good two-way player. He dropped like 20-something against the Clippers last year. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. But I like it. I think it's just a good lineup. I think there's a lot of upside there. I don't think they're going to be good this year, like, at all. But I'm here for it. And I like Hamidou Diallo. He jumps out of the gym. Can't do anything else but dunk, but that's cool. I respect that. And I think Darius Bazley is going to have a very good season. Like, I could see him probably putting up 15 points a game, maybe being the argument for a most improved player. I don't know. My 3 questions right now, are they the worst team in the NBA? I don't know. I think that it's definitely arguable. I think their strength of schedule is going to be more difficult than like teams like the Knicks and teams like the Cavs and teams like the Bulls. But at the same time, like, they're pretty talented. They're not talented. But SGA is good, and I think they can sneak out some wins. Is my point. Number 2 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going to win most improved player this year, and is it going to be simply because of the amount of volume that he's getting? You've probably seen a lot of videos lately about the most improved player award and how it's kind of not right. It isn't really given out to the most improved player of the year, if that makes sense. It's more given to the person who just had a bigger opportunity. Like the Brandon Ingram, like the other examples that I can't name right now. But so I don't think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be any physically better. I don't think he's going to be any better, but I think his statistics are going to be much better just because he's given the keys to the offense and he's going to be told to do everything and anything that he wants to do, and that alone will make him just be really good. And I just don't know if that's what the most improved player really is, but we'll see. And number 3, can Al Horford have a bounce back year? I just love talking about Al Horford when he's not on the Sixers. Like, all of a sudden I just like him again. But I think he's going to have a bounce back year. I think he's going to have a good year. I really do. He's not a bad player. And the Sixers' efficiency and net ratings, offensively and defensively, when Embiid was off the court with Al Horford, was good. They were pretty good. And he's a good player. He still has something in the tank. And I think he's way better suited for the 5. So I think Oklahoma City's good there. And I personally think Al Horford's going to have a good year. I really do. And I think I have the Oklahoma City Thunder, probably at 13, 14, 15 range in the West, more likely 14 and 15. The Thunder have tended to, surprise people with how good they are, but this year, they really don't have much talent. They have a lot of young role-playing prospects like Lou Dort, who I think is going to be a great player. He already is a good player, but he's not going to be a star. He's not going to be a really starting caliber shooting guard on a winning team. Darius Bazley, the same thing goes to him. Those 2 dudes are really good 6 and 7 guys on winning teams during their peak, but it's just they're not starters. And Trevor Ariza shouldn't be in the NBA, let alone starting on an NBA team. So the Thunder are going to lose a lot of games this year. But at the same time, I think it's a good thing. I think they're really embracing the rebuild. They're embracing the Sam Hinkie, mantra, and that is a very good thing because you can fail on 10 of those 17 first-round picks, but if you hit 7 of them, that's huge. Just the numbers alone, probability alone shows that the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be nasty. They're going to be really good. It's going to work out. And if they don't even decide to keep these picks, you can trade a ton of these picks for legitimate superstars. Paul George just got 5 first-rounders for that guy. They got 5 first-rounders for Paul George. You could trade 3 first-rounders for a legitimate superstar if you package that with, salary matching guys. That's why they took on Al Horford. There is a lot to like right now for Oklahoma City Thunder fans, and I'm here for it. And any team that embraces a rebuild, I'm on board. Go Thunder. Go Sixers. Peace out.